We're here on a Suteru. Thank you, Noriyuki, for the news tip on this one. We have Japanese politician Yamada Taro, also known as the otaku politician, talking about a recent issue that's come up in Japan regarding copyright and cosplay. Essentially, they write here that there is a sudden and frightening new cosplay rule being spoken about, regarding copyright infringement if you are getting paid for cosplaying, drafted apparently by Hachima, not Hachama, different people. That's a joke, by the way. I think we all know Hachima isn't writing legislation, or is she? Now, from Nikon Sports, they say, is there a copyright fee for cosplaying as an anime or game character? The government has begun to develop rules to prevent cosplay, which is becoming popular overseas, from becoming a copyright problem. If it makes a profit, the relationship with copyright law is ambiguous. We expect it to be a pillar of the Cool Japan strategy to sell Japanese culture overseas, and will support active development. Japanese animation has many overseas fans. The number of cosplay events has increased. If cosplay is for non-commercial purposes, it does not violate copyright law. But if you post photos on membership exchange sites, SNS, such as Instagram, or get rewards at live events, there is a possibility of copyright infringement. I suppose we could simplify this by saying if you are a hobby cosplayer, this should not affect you at all. But if you are a professional cosplayer, or if you are monetizing your your cosplaying in any sort of way, this potential development might be something to be concerned about and something you should follow. I mean, regardless, even if you cosplay as a hobby, I think this is an interesting topic that you should follow, in my opinion. But let's keep reading here. They say, Inoue Shinji, Minister of Strategy for Cool Japan, pointed out these issues at a press conference at the end of last year. And I quote, cosplay has expanded its base as a culture. We have to show the ideas of the country, he said. The government has already begun hearing opinions from officials on the side of the original author and popular cosplayer Anako, who has been appointed as the ambassador of Cool Japan. The government is looking for ways to protect copyright without overwhelming cosplay culture. If the application of copyright law is too strict, cosplay may be separated. In the first place, it is difficult for cosplayers to get permission to use it because there is no contact with the original author. At the moment, we do not anticipate amendments to the law and a plan to raise awareness by clarifying cases where copyright royalties are required emerge. Even in the Liberal Democratic Party, Yamada Taro, Deputy Secretary General of the Intellectual Property Strategy Study Group, said, in another quote, we need a mechanism that both parties can enjoy with peace of mind, and proposes to develop a database that allows copyright holders to be easily searched. One person from Japan would write, stupid bureaucrats and lawmakers who haven't learned at Cool Japan. And on the flip side, here is a Japanese comment that seems pro the ruling of copyright for cosplay. The comment reads, you just have to enjoy it on the spot. Don't pay, and don't post it on SNS or hold a photo session. It's not difficult at all except for those who have a strong desire for approval and who want to stand out and for commercial purposes. Well, as we know, Yamada Taro is on the situation, so we should see some updates in the future. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you found this interesting, and I'll catch you very soon for the second.